Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Highruler, and today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be talking about a game that I'm personally very excited for, and that is Rainbow Six Extraction. Now, this game is coming out this week, guys, and it really does feel like there's not really a lot of hype behind it, and it really does feel like there's a lot of negativity surrounding this game that really just hasn't been, shaken off yet. And a lot of that has to do with people's perception of the game, including what mine used to be, I would say. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Rainbow Six Extraction started with an in-game event for Rainbow Six Siege, and then it got spun off into its own project, which was eventually called a Rainbow Six Quarantine, which is now Rainbow Six Extraction. Now, ever since it was kind of leaked and then announced that this game was existing, there was a lot of animosity towards it because I think there was a mixture of why is, Ubisoft moving the Rainbow Six franchise away from that tactical element. And then there was a lot of people who still believe that this should just be like a DLC tied to Siege, right? Instead of its own game. Now, a lot of the people that I was kind of scouring the internet looking for opinions for were definitely more so of the tactical part nowadays instead of the DLC part, right? Because for anyone who's kept up, Ready or Not has recently launched to great success. And I think there's a lot of Rainbow Six fans who have looked at that and said, why can't this be my franchise, right? Instead, to them, Ubisoft is now moving into this more wacky kind of game state, right? Including some of the skins and now obviously going against aliens, right? And to them, I would just say, like, I totally understand where you're coming from, right? And obviously, what Ubisoft is doing is kind of taking that Rainbow Six franchise name, which was associated with hardcore tactical elements, and now moving into this more alien driven, wacky genre that they're kind of breaching into, right? And that's what a lot of these PvE co-op games are nowadays, right? Of course, there are going to be some that are more hardcore, like Ready or Not, but I think there's a lot more that lean into the wacky kind of alien, super futuristic side, and it does seem like Rainbow Six Extraction is moving in that direction. And hopefully, for someone who's excited about the game, obviously I hope that pays off, because what it seems like that Rainbow Six Extraction has done is obviously take two core elements of Rainbow Six Siege that I think are the best parts of it, which are the operators and the gunplay, and translate that over into this PvE side game. Now, for me, guys, obviously, when I look at my time with Siege was well spent. I loved playing Siege, but of course, nothing really scratches the itch when it comes to an FPS with that gunplay, right? Everyone talks about Destiny having some of the best gunplay. I would argue and say Siege has some of the best gunplay out there. And now I'm glad that I finally get to experience it again, but of course, now I'm more of a PvE gamer. I'm not someone who's much more a PvP gamer, though I am starting to dabble a bit more. But nowadays, I like to play a lot of PvE games, right? I like to go on that experience with my friends, right? And it seems like Extraction is going to be a mixture of my two worlds colliding, right? The great PvP gunplay that Siege was offering mixed in with that more, I don't want to say casual, but that more not competitively focused gameplay that Extraction is going to offer. But we're going to talk about the competitive side of this game because I think what Ubisoft is doing is also very good. Now, when we're looking at Extraction itself, obviously we're looking at 12 maps, each with 3 sub-layers each. We're looking at 13 different enemy types. We're looking at 13 different objectives as well, right? What this shows is that there's a lot of gameplay variety within this game, right? And that is exciting, right? It means that for the most part, of course, there are going to be some times where you're going to get similar runs back to back, but for the most part, you are going to be getting some different gameplay elements each time you load into a game, which is great. I think that's one of the best parts about this, right? What Ubisoft has done is built out a game and they thought about every single thing that people could attack them on for the most part, right? Because when you look at a lot of the criticism here, it really seems like they took the approach of, okay, how many things can we nail down so there aren't a lot of complaints about the game, right? Crossplay, that's in, right? One of the biggest things that people have been asking for when it comes to many different games, some of which I even cover, is crossplay. Right out of the gate, crossplay will be here, right? You look at progression, right? When you're looking at tying progression to your operators, you're looking at how many operators are in the game. That's going to be 18, with Zovia coming very soon after, right? You're looking at progression for those operators, right? New abilities, new equipment, right? You're looking at basically everything that you can do with this game, and they've thought about it, right? Let's talk about that end game, Maelstrom mode, right? Which was recently detailed about 3 to 4 days ago, they basically made it sound like it's going to be challenges and leaderboards, right? You load into a map, you have 9 different objectives you have to do, and the deeper you go, the more loot and XP you're going to get, which then you could turn that loot or that currency, I should be using that word, sorry, into cosmetic purchases that are unlocked with your seasonal rewards, right? That sounds great. I think a lot of people look at leaderboards as one of their main driving factors, right? It's why Diablo still gets updated to this day, because people play those for those leaderboards. And I think this is a great incentive to get people to run the Maelstrom game mode. I think Ubisoft here is really planning something really good here, and I would like to see people kind of latch onto this, right? There's a good chance, of course, like anything, we log on Thursday and the game just isn't great, right? We log on, we play it, and we go, okay, this game isn't anything like we thought it was going to be. But if I'm going to be honest with you, not just watching the trailers, but watching the streamers play it, right? There was a streamer event where the streamers played it. I thought the game looked really fun. I thought if you had a team that was not just well coordinated, but communicated as well, I think there's a great chance here that you're going to walk into this game and have fun. And with this game being on Game Pass, the question is, are you going to lose anything by trying it? And the answer is no. I mean, unless you're on PlayStation. But if you're not on PlayStation, you basically just get Game Pass for $1 or whatever it is a month, download it and play it and try it out there. You're not losing anything by trying this game. Honestly, guys, I'm excited because I believe that this game really does have potential to be something very cool in a genre that is blowing up right now. Once again, like I said, we just had Back for Blood launch. We have Deep Rock Galactic, which is blowing up on the PlayStation side. Now we have Rainbow Six Extraction, the game that a lot of people didn't want but continued on. Now it's looking very cool and it's coming very quickly. For me, guys, is Rainbow Six Extraction going to be everything and more that I wanted in a video game? No, of course it's not. Is it going to be good enough to scratch an itch that I really have? Yeah, I definitely think so. And because of that, I can't wait to get my hands on it this Thursday for a 24-hour launch stream that I hope you guys join me here for. And honestly, guys, if you're excited about this game, let me know by liking the video, leaving a comment, and maybe subscribing to the channel if you want more Rainbow Six Extraction coverage. I can't wait to play it with you guys. I can't wait to sink my teeth into it. And hopefully it's just as good as advertised. Now, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day and night. Take care. Take care of yourselves. Later, guys.